Abusia President Mahama has done the impossible again. And even this time, NPP folk are happy. The news that he jam up for the says President Mahama cancelled fuel allowances and allocations for political appointees, and that is just an awesome news. Always, I've never understood that fact. Say teacher ni kwa juma na se bosome so a nisika oje. That is it. Or one has a find some from that salary no. They better fuel. But when it comes to MPs and ministers and government appointees, omo was separate fuel allowance. Ebinum kura was dress allowance. There was security allowance. There was garden. So many of them. And now, President Mahama started cutting into that. Starting with fuel allowance. Minister for Government Communications, Abusian, almost spokesperson, Felix Kwachi Ofosu. Press statement on Modeba, and you say President Mahama scraps fuel allowance / allocation to appointees. President John Dramani Mahama has, effective immediately, which is a nayai, directed the cancellation of payment of fuel allowances and allocations of fuel to all political appointees. The directive forms part of a broader curb in government expenditure aimed at cutting costs and channeling public funds into public and priority areas. The president believes that leadership must also bear its part of the sacrifices it is calling on the people to make. That makes perfect sense, because I don't get it why. Like, not a whole lot of jobs. I work Ghana, better car, and stuff like that. But when it comes to government appointees, they have so many benefits. Just you can't think far. What I mean, we're saying the latest cost-cutting measure follows sweeping reductions in the size of government through the appointment of fewer ministers and presidential office staff. Other measures have included stopping satellite TV subscriptions for offices at the presidency and other government facilities. So yeah, that is the press statement at least someone releasing. And I'm for except a couple of NPP MPs. So, well, that there is always a giving. Niema we Otafu MP visit Abuzia also President Mahama. Otafu MP accuses President Mahama of hypocrisy over fuel allowance cancellation. Yeah, you can never please everybody. That is the fact. And based on at least the little thing precans and post former MP Patch said President Mahama. Or cancel Obia there, but no President Mahama the one cancel. T was saying. According to Mr. Safua, the directive smacks of what he described as hypocrisy, questioning why the president had exempted himself from the measure. He is the fucking president. You can't tell him anything. Oh, yes, yeah. And this, during COVID time, and I can't see any prayer, what soon President Mahama didn't have by the bar, I think 70% or something like that. They reduced it. And now, no, you can cry outright. That is Adebia. Everyone should support it. Because in my opinion, sometimes how these government appointees, how we live, it doesn't make sense. For example, back in the day, not cast your more demand MPs, ministers and whatever. I was young, V8, V8 at the time, they had 5.7 liters. That was no joke. So you gotta have kind of more money to actually buy fuel and say for.
Now, any V8 you see, until the very current model you buy or more reduced capacity to 3.5 liters. Now, any V8 you see, and I say an example to Kakakano, a 5.7 liter engine at them.
But because of some getting this kind of support from the government aside their basic salary, Abuzia. Some things that we call Ghana sometime because we have some restaurant. There were MPBIs in our Bawa no by BDD. Abuzia just say, Neka nisi so kopim so ye kwatu no ho ye di aba 1 hour ho. Still Abuzia kan je num da kopim so wie ye ono no koye. So all the time na car nisi so no is burning fuel. You can actually switch the car off, save fuel, but then say they are getting the fuel basically for free no. Yeah, they won't do that.
Now, Busan say you woo sika and a Ghana your company. And I won't now do sika your company in Makasana be this canana.
Now I know that when it comes to the cars and everything, my guys have 5.7 liters, at least they are about 3.5 liters, which is kind of fine, but still some of these things in Tina API, I believe President Mahama did but because it's unnecessary. And then what I can say, because you say news are not more money. Or we interview one man, Kwabena out to bed or a procurement and management expert. Now, or change them as to how the benefits of this thing, and kind of more is even yet to come.
When they decline, and a been twice, metro why.
The points I'll make here during that phone call was back was said, time and President Kufuor was on a month for appointee. He didn't give them these luxury cars like V8 boys, Nizam Patrol, and big cars are a consuming fuel and as a phone. At that time, the President Kufuor appointees not been used to Toyota Camry. Some of them were even kind of, and even smaller cars than that.
V8 do one I agree was a gamut car park, no, on Ginning. We are Bemonipa out the cantonments. Government appointees, or Mufina the Mom, or cantonments, office or ministries, a 10 to 15 minutes drive away. We have V8. President Kufuor time when the appointees no use car, no use salons. Nizam Camry, Toyota Camry, and a Peugeot 407.
And now that is not the case anymore. That is part of the reason why youth be about to know who politicians are. They feel like, oh, politics, money day inside. To everyone, a person than a politician right now, everyone person MP minister get a position in the party in the because of some of these things. So if the government is, gradually chipping away some of these benefits, at least a bit man for switch or my drink kakra.
The president should do is to settle with fair wages commission. Now one work it out, say what fuel are we here to be able to do your job? And 400 gallons bill and 300 gallons bill, about 20 gallons. And this 20 gallons, we have found more coupon. You had the account pay the honey tax, so this will be therefore you converting it to cash in the account pay the honey tax here. One has out in a fuel station now to fuel. Now be V8 network. Near failing okay now tier 5,000 cities. After Ukujina event as here now be the 3 hours. So
Obiti say teacher near Uhiamwa. Teacher ni nyamwa no nya that benefit of fuel allocation nibi. But MP and already nisika ye based on at least Ghana, your minimum wage and things. Nisika oje boso many ye so still or extra benefits.
Opa, bimene danyumre. And if you're done, Yanko event be a bear, a bemu for a bewoho. Ube do no. Nea 7 years in a line, say gamot, car park so. Nani na siso, issue, a jan issue. Yes, shifu.
That is not just for the MPs and the ministers, the CEOs of various companies. Just say, omu address allowance. Your tata, dear sunshine account. That is crazy to me. All these benefits must go. If there's also person serve the country Ghana, do it with your basic salary like any other person be your mama, other government agencies and institutions.
Mona must say mobe serve Ghana. Titofu and serve Ghana. Okay, down to me serve Ghana be on putting the Jumani Jana.
A be no more can say, oh, be a bedroom, be no crown, where there be a talk, it's not going to happen. The guy from Koyodesi News, he explained this now. It will reflect at the end of Udetino.
Yes, we be waterfall in finance. Say also a cutting effective in finance and 15th July. By August 30th, say finance ministry for the publishing or accounter. And so who say some fuel line now or a bed drop to see who.
So if you had doubts, say be away na kasakeka. Well, you can follow it up and say. Even their press statement are almost effective immediately until Neya starting. And I really do hope that they will cancel a whole lot. And if the President Mahama we are, I believe that ministers are more Ghana. Actually, almost certain that they get paid. There were extra benefits, at least on Begeti. And all that the doesn't even come to the salary. So if the teacher need go school na say ni salary ba na say salary na bi no beto atade a then there is no need to say obi a ono no be a teacher ni nimpo na kire na de no na kwakonya ne bosumi akatua plus extra stuff wa adwuma omo ye na omo nyina ye adwuma for the betterment of Ghana. So why is one person getting it but the other person is not getting it? It doesn't make any sense.
Watchum enti wo allocation na coupon na e de ma no say 400 gallons, so say 300 gallons near the man were to Yanfa Maubium. Now, Mona must say Mobe Sevigana, Titofu and Afa Sevigana. Okay, down to me Sevigana Bioma. Putting the Jumani Jana.
So I really do hope that it doesn't end here. They keep cutting. Omun cut young Congo Drew S. Gracia. Omun killing them. Yeah. And then make the kind of ministerial position or being an MP, no, be a normal job for Ghana. Because we're Europe, you are kind of the ministers binum or mu kwa juma. A binum fat train, a binum ride the bicycle. And that is no joke. So why can't we do that same thing for Ghana? You get your monthly salary, use it for your monthly expenses, like any other person. And that is how you bet me a more cost if that's a person Ghana D economy. President Mahama, for this, we applaud him. Keep doing good, sir. Chabibm. Yeah. Tap send. Then numero uno. Mobile app. Abusia betim dia send this car command. Dofo ewo Ghana. So Italy, Germany, Europe, USA, even Dubai. Now person send this car the brand of Ghana. App where so you so tap send. Kwa Apple App Store and Google Play Store na kwa download no right now for two phones. Because how they send this car command of bia. Yanti we levy. Exchange rate in Wasro is fast, it's secure, it's all the good things and mouth trouble. Almost security a top notch. And I first time I could download the app now use the send this car. Ubo code Magraheb Shema. Depending on baby I want, you better see a chuska. I'm at the ska was sending on. Dear Bujas only starting use to tap sender. May conform our neck. If you know more mobile wallet, I was your bet me load do no with ska. It's a time so I will send this kind of command for Ghana. Na nyafe na be connected to bank. Dabi. Or tap wallet no. The fast na is what send ko. Tap send the abusia mean can form enough. This a when you see tap send ya. Ko Apple App Store and Google Play Store na ko download no right now.
Tap send. Papa no.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for videos like this every day. Till we meet again abusia. Adios.